Okay, this week on Home Learning Science, we're going to be looking at deoxyribo... We're going to look at deoxyribonucleic acid. We're going to look at This week on Home Learning Science, we'll be looking at DNA. Yes, just DNA. DNA is the material that carries all the information about how living things will look and function. For example, DNA in humans determines things such as what colour your eyes will be and how your lungs will work. Each piece of information is carried on a different section of DNA. These sections are called genes. All DNA is made up of 4 different bases, and this code is held together by different letters of the nucleotides. As the cell reads the instructions of the DNA, the different letters represent instructions. Every 3 letters make up a word called a codon. A string of codons may look like this. If you've ever made a really complex model or Lego set, you've probably read instructions with hundreds of steps. Well, the DNA, which holds instructions to make you, is made up of 3 billion steps. If you made a Lego manual to make us, it would stretch 100 kilometers into the air, enough to reach outer space. Even though there are only 4 different letters, DNA molecules are thousands of letters long. This allows for billions and billions of different combinations. Only certain sets of nucleotides can fit together. You can think of them like puzzle pieces. A only connects with T and G only connects with C. The order in which these bases are arranged is very important. It forms a code that tells cells how to make certain kinds of proteins. The differences in these proteins makes different living things different, such as a cactus, a gerbil, or even 2 different people. In fact, we share a lot of the same DNA with other animals. 98.7% of our DNA is the same as a chimpanzee, 90% is the same as a cat, and 85% is the same as a mouse. That's why they're commonly used for experiments. In fact, we even share 60% of the same DNA with a banana. So, if you said someone has gone bananas, that's pretty fair because we're already 60% there. Although DNA looks like a very long string under a microscope, it turns out it's a very specific shape. This shape is called a double helix. On the outside of the double helix is a backbone which holds the DNA. The experiment this week is pretty simple. You just need pens, paper and glue. There are 2 ways to make it, depending on whether you would like a smooth spiral or an origami style. First, mark the paper down the middle. Mark one line about 1 centimeter from each edge and the same on the center fold. The sides create the sugar phosphate backbone of the DNA. Now use the rule to make a line about every inch down the middle of the paper. Make sure these are even or it won't turn out right. Then make a diagonal line across each rectangle you made. These lines should point inwards towards like a V. If you want to colour it, this is the step to do it. Just split each rectangle in half and colour each according to the nitrogen base. Remember, A goes to T and G goes to C. To colour the backbone, split each section down sides and colour them alternate black or white, or just black like I did. Using the lines on each side, fold one up and one down. Fold back on each diagonal line. Only fold the inside of the rectangle. It should twist into a spiral. Starting at the top, gently collapse the entire thing. Try not to crush it. Then pinch it together to make sure all the folds are creased. Let go of the compressed DNA strand. Congratulations, you just finished! After you've done the experiment, why not look at genes and how they affect inherited characteristics? I love Bill Nye, and he did a wonderful episode of genes, which is linked up here. Why not give it a watch? Remember to write up your findings, and if you enjoyed the video, why not like and subscribe? Catch you next week. Bye!